So welcome to another session of your Java strings. When compared to your different languages, programming languages, Java strings are completely different. Now, why these are completely different, we'll have some recap. Again, this session is not for the beginners. Okay, now those already having the knowledge, so we can go through it now. So this is especially for interview purpose, this video is. So generally what is string? String represents sequence of characters enclosed in your double quotes like ABC, Java, 1, 2, 3. This all enclosed in double quotes. In many languages, strings are treated as a character array, right? In your C or C++, but in Java, strings are treated as objects. Okay. To create and manipulate the strings, Java provides three predefined classes. One is your java.lang.string class, so which was released in the version Java JDK 1.0 version, whereas string buffers and string builders were introduced in the version 1.5 versions. So let us discuss some main points about your strings so that we can understand better. So the main points are all these three classes are members of java.lang.package or final. Okay, means we cannot modify it. Okay, nothing but we can't modify it. Nothing but we can't create any subclasses to these three classes. And again, all the three classes implement serialization, nothing but serializable and character sequence and interface. And as you know that java.lang.string objects are immutable. Once it is fixed, we can't change it. So this is nothing but once you create string objects, what happens? You can't modify them. So whenever you try to modify the existing string object, what happens? A new string object is created. We'll discuss in the figure how what is that string constant pool, non-string constant pool. Within 2 or 3 minutes, we're going to discuss it. And as well as existing object is not at all altered, right? Whereas java.lang.string buffer and string builders are mutable. Okay, that means you can perform modifications to existing object. And next of all, only string and string buffer objects are thread safe. String builder objects are not thread safe. Remember, only string buffer objects are thread safe, nothing but serializable. Whereas string builder objects are not thread safe. So whenever you want immutable and thread safe string objects are usable, use java.lang.string class. Whenever you want my mutable as well as thread safe, then go with string buffer. Next, in all the three classes, toString method is overridden. Whenever you use reference variable of these three types, they will return constants of this object, not physical address of the objects. Whereas you can use hashcode and equal methods are overridden only in java.lang.string class, but not overridden in java.lang.string buffer and java.lang.string builder classes. So in string class, we can't perform direct reverse and delete method, whereas in string builder and string reverse, we can perform reverse and delete method because they are mutable. We can change it, right? So while coming to your next thing, in case of string class, you can create the objects without using new operator. Yes. Now let's see how you are going to create without using new object. Okay, we'll see in the figure. Now we'll discuss what is the string constant pool or non-string constant pool. We'll discuss with suitable examples so that we can understand better. Now try to check. So we can create our strings by using string literals. So whenever I'm creating like this, string s1 equal to a, b, c, string s2 equal to x, y, z, string s3 equal to 1, 2, 3, and string s4 equal to a. What happened means, try to check it here. So your memory manager, nothing but your memory manager will assign this thing in your heap memory where. So whenever we create strings by using the string literals, it will create in where? It will create in your string constant pool. Just give me 1 minute. Creates in string constant pool. Fine. So whenever you create strings by using your string literals, it will create in your string constant pool. Now whenever I create strings by using my string objects, nothing but string sy equal to new string abc. Now ABC is already created by S1, right? Which will create a new string constant pool. Now string sy object will be created at where? String non-constant pool. String non-constant pool. Like that cat C. Whenever I'm going to create cat C Java, it will create. Okay, where it will create second. So whenever I create string x6 equal to new string of C. Now what is your string x6 is created, nothing but Java is created at s6, nothing but by using object, it will create a non-string constant pool. Okay, again, so whenever we created a new string of string buffer, it will create with empty string in string non-constant pool. What is constant pool? So whenever we are going to create strings by using string literals like this, string s1 equal to abc, string s2 equal to xyz, it will be created in string constant pool. Whereas whenever strings created by using the respective objects, it will create a non-string constant code. Now, whenever I'm trying to equal S1 double equal to S5. What is S1 ABC and what is S5 ABC? But now these two are not equal. Why? Because here you are going to check your object reference. Object reference. Here your S1 double equal to S3, S5 is nothing but your objects. Now how to check the content? Nothing but equals. S1 dot equals of S5, then the value is nothing but true. Nothing but equals checks your content. Equal checks your content of that strings. Okay. Now let's discuss some predefined methods which are present in your string. First thing, your Java length in order to calculate the length of your given string. Okay, next compare it to, let us check S1 equal to hello, S2 equal to hello, S3 equal to hello, something, S4 equal to flag. Now S1 dot compare to of S2. Both two strings are equal, right? It will return 0. It will return 0. Okay, nothing but true here. It will return 0. Your favorite one, concat. Concat is nothing but concatenating two strings or appending two strings. Let us imagine string s1 equal to hello, s1 equal to s1 dot concat. How are you? Yes. So just print s1. No, s1 is nothing but what? Hello, how are you? Got it? Hello, how are you? Got it? So again, what happened here? If you remember this thing, s1 is hello, right? So here one different object is created at what? String constant pool. Now, whenever you are concatenating s1 dot concat of how are you means, why? Because strings are immutable, right? So again, it won't create in the same object. Again, new object will be created for this thing called hello, how are you? Got it? So again, try to check whether string is empty or not. Yes. So S1 is your empty string. S1 dot is empty, S2. Whereas S2 is hello, S2 dot is empty, false. Now trim your spaces. Next, how to convert two lowercase to two uppercase. Two lowercase to two uppercase. These methods present in your strings, as well as value of. Value of is nothing but converting different data types of values integer to string, into string, sorry. Converting different types of values into string. Let us imagine int value equal to 20. Now I want to convert into string data type. So what is that? String s1 equal to string dot value of value. Now here value is 20, right? Now I'm converting that value into string data type. I'm converting that value into string data type. So again, replace, you know all things how to replace, right? So replace and replace with particular string or replace with a particular character. We can do this thing. Contain, if it is going to check whether true or false. Equals is going to check your content, right? Equal is going to check your content. And again, Java string equals ignore cases. Ignore the cases. Your small h is equal to capital H, right? Like ignore the cases. Again, how to convert string to character array. So generally, how we people convert string to character array by using two char array, right? Why we need to convert? In order to play with the indexes, in order to reverse each and everything, right? Traversals, for easy traversals, we convert string to char array. How? That is nothing but two char array. Next, get bytes. Get bytes is nothing but to get out the ASCII values of that particular characters. Now what I'm doing is I'm converting into bytes, nothing but A, B, C. What I'm printing means the it will returns capital A as 65, capital B as a 66, capital C as a 67. And just try to check whether it starts with and ends with. Whether your string is ends with, if it is ends with, yes, true. Again, try to check start with. If the given character starts with this particular things, yes, start with. Again, substrings, you know, right? Suppose I have written s1 dot substring of 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4 is nothing but third index, fourth index. Okay, that's it. 2 comma 4 is nothing but third index and fourth index. Nothing but third element. Nothing but what is third? 1, 2, 3. R if. And what is substring of 2? Nothing but from second index it will write completely everything. From the second index it will write completely everything. That is your substring. That is your substring. Again, split, one of the famous word, right? How to split. So you can split by spaces, you can split by some multiple characters also. Okay, that all things. Again, what is join? So joining, just quite opposite to your split, quite opposite to your split. Just try to check how I'm joining all the modules. Format, just like in order to have your C programming language, for strings it is percentile yes, for floats it is percentile f. Like that you can use your format. Get chars, getting characters from particular range, you can do it, right? Particular range. So I'm making our string to char array. Now how I'm making means just check it. So I'm by using get char 6 comma 16. Okay, 6 comma 16. I need to fetch from 6 to 16th characters, and it need to be stored in var. It need to be stored in my character array starting with the index 0, like that. Okay. Next of all, what is intern? Intern is nothing but, so whenever we created string by using your string object. So S1 is what object, right? Now it is going to store at what? It's going to store at string non-constant pool memory. Now what is S2? S2 is string constant literal, which is created string constant pool. Now what I am making? Now I am making S1 as my string constant pool. Nothing but now S1 will return to your constant pool. Now whenever you check S1 double equal to S2, now it will do what? So generally S1 double equal to S2 is false, right? Because S1 object is created at what? S1 object is created at a non-string constant pool. S2 object is created at string constant pool. So that's why S1 double equal to S2 are different objects. And whereas S1 double equal to S3, what is in S3? S3 is nothing but again hello only, right? But here S3 is nothing but hello. Try to check it. So S3 is, though it is literal, we are assigning, right? So it is true. What is intern? So converting your non-string constant pool object reference to your string constant pool reference. Okay. And you know, right, how to split and all those things, how to reverse. Just try to check it. Simple program, not that much important. Generally, interviewer asks how to reverse a given string, how to reverse a given strings. So I am splitting, after splitting, I am reversing the words. Okay. And next, you know, right, in Java, in string class, we don't have direct reverse and delete methods. Whereas in string buffer and string builder, we have direct reverse method. See, enter the string to reverse. Now what I am doing, by using string buffer, I am directly making, by using a method called reverse, I am reversing it. Okay, I am reversing it. And what are the differences between string and string buffer? A list of differences between string and string buffer are given. String class is immutable, whereas string buffer class is mutable. String is slow and consumes more memory and consumes more memory for concatenating strings, right? When you concat too many strings, because every time it need to create, right? Because string is immutable. So whenever we alter, we modify, and again, new references need to be created, right? New object need to be created. String buffer is fast and consumes less memory when you use this, right? And string class overrides the equal method of object class. So you can compare content of two strings by equals, whereas we can't compare by using equals in string buffer. Got it? So one more difference, we'll check it. So now what is string, string buffer and string builder? Remember when to use string, when to use string buffer, when to use string builder. Remember, if our content is fixed and not changing frequently, then we should go for string. Okay. If our content is fixed, nothing but immutable, can't be changed, right? And not changing frequently, then we should go for string. Next, string buffer. If our content is not fixed, nothing but mutable, as well as thread safe, then we should go for string buffer, whereas strings are not thread safe, right? And again, string builder, if our content is not fixed, changing frequently, and thread safety is not required, then we should go for string builder. Remember these points minutely so that you can understand better, okay? So you can do it, no? Again, what is string tokenizers? String tokenizers are nothing but splitting, right? Let us imagine java.util.tokenizers. What I am doing, my name is Khan, suppose I am giving, how I am tokenizing. There are some tokens, nothing but has more tokens, next token has more elements, next elements, count tokens. So these are your things, you can perform it. Okay, there are so many things you can perform by using your substrings. Okay, now let's come back for interviews. What we need to remember, main 20 important points. Interviews. For interview purpose, what we have to remember as our strings. Generally, strings in Java are mostly used data types, right, by developing any kind of application. Hence, strings are treated as very special in Java. So in this example, in this session, we contains 20 important points about your strings. So we'll discuss now. So mainly it will be useful for your interviews. So what's the first point? In Java, you can create strings by using two ways. One is by using literal. Whenever you created strings by using a string literal, it will create memory object reference at where? String constant pool. So whenever you created like this by using object reference, it will create a non-string constant pool. That is your first point. The second point, string objects created using string literals are used in, yes, as I told you, the same point. Now, what is string constant pool? We already discussed, right? String constant pools are most used data type whenever we create strings by using string references. Nothing but by using string literals, it will create. And see, string is a derived type, not a primitive type like integer, double, etc. Strings are objects in Java. Whereas string objects in Java are immutable. Once though you're altering or updating, again new reference will be created. Okay. So to overcome the immutability of string objects, two more classes are introduced in Java in 1.5 version, that is string buffer and string builder. So objects of string buffer and string buildable are changeable or mutable. Next, all these three classes, string, string buffer, string builder, are final, means we can't create subclasses for these predefined classes. And next thing, in all the three classes, string buffer, string builder, toString method is overridden, right? And same thing we have already discussed. Equal and hash code method are overridden in string classes, but they're not overridden in what? String buffer. What is equals? Equals generally checks for your content of the two strings, right? Whereas string and string buffer objects are thread safety. Sorry, string and string buffer objects are thread safety, my dear. Whereas string builder objects are not thread safety. So using double equal to equals or belongs to which one? String objects. Okay. All three this can be used for. Next 12th one. String in Java are backed in character array, right? You can retrieve this by using two char array. Suppose in your previous languages like C and C++, you generally use character array, right? To play with the indexes, to shuffle all those things, you use character array. Next thing. If you're performing a lot of string concatenation in your code, then use either string buffer or string builder. Remember this point. If you're remembering lots of string concatenation in your code, then use either string buffer or string builder classes. These two classes give better performance than string class. Okay, string class you can do it. Next, Java doesn't support operator overloading. Yes, Java doesn't support operator overloading. Try to remember. This is a special treatment given to your Java. Okay. Next, Java provides four methods, mainly equals, equal, ignore case, compare, and compare to equal case. We already have seen these methods, right? Try to remember these points. Next, you need to create objects to access the string class, whether you can do like this. See, now what I'm doing, how to access my string. So caret 0, what is a caret 0? A. Now ABC equal, ignore case true, right? And what is compared to ABTC? It's true equal. Now what's the index of C? Nothing but second. Like that you can use some accessibility. What is string intern? As I said, that string object in the string constant pool is called as a string intern. So whenever you created string by using your string objects, it will be created the memory, your object created will be in non-string constant pool. Now you want to make it as a string constant pool, then try to use your string interns. Now again, what you are having, index of and last index of. So you all know what is index of. Unlike in C and C++, strings in Java are not terminated with null characters, whereas strings are treated as objects in Java. Whereas Java provides lots of inbuilt methods to manipulate the string objects. Fine. Okay, this is a very important point. I have grabbed from many different websites about 2 points in order to don't forget the points. So this is all about your strings, my dear. This is all about your strings.